Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to Coffee Break with Dr. Michelle Alignay. This is the first episode on the month of May, and I welcome everybody to Coffee Break because we're going to celebrate this month Mother's Day, and mothers like me hold a very special place in my heart. They're one of my most favorite people. They're my my favorite topic and my favorite women to talk with because they have a different depth, they have a different dimension in their lives. But I'm not limiting my conversation for today to those biological mothers. So you can be spiritual mothers. You can be emotional moms of your pamangkin. So it's not just because you did not give birth does not make you less of a person or less of a mother, because we are mothers on our own right, especially for the woman that I'm talking with. So join me for the next 30 minutes as we talk about seasons of motherhood. And my big question, if you are a mom, if you are a tita who's looking after your pamangkins, or if you are maybe a dad or maybe a male, but I would like to ask you, what do you think is the biggest challenge of being a mother? What is the biggest challenge of being a mother? That's my question. And I would like us to get into the topic. Alamin natin kung paano pa natin malalaliman ang topic nating hapon. So, wait ha. So I would like you to look into who is the mother. What season is she in? So for those of you who are already here, welcome. And I would like for you, if you are a mother, tell me. If you're a mother, put that in the comment section for those of you who are watching with me. And then if you would be willing, and of course, if you are open, you can also tell there what is your stage already as a mother. So ang unang-unang mom she, hi Miss Amy. Um, Sabi mo, raising kids, it's the biggest challenge. Ang haba niyan, sister. Napakahaba ng season of raising kids. I know that you would agree with me. Yan ang pinakamahaba. Precious, you said patience. Yes, pasensya. What's the biggest challenge? But yan yung mga gusto kong pag-usapan natin this afternoon, no? Biggest challenge of being a mother is to be a role model. Actually, totoo yan. One of the biggest challenge is to be a role model, and there's a phrase that I always use to be able to connect with this. What's walking our talk? Walking our talk. Because minsan parang we have our own issues that we don't want to pass on to our kids. And then Shelly, I love you bunch. I'm a single mom challenge, balancing my time with work as a teacher and as a mom. Hugs to you, Shelly. Hi, Doc Joey. How are you? I miss you, Doc Joey. My youngest is 14 and eldest was 25. So we should learn from you, right? And then Marie's understanding where my children are coming from. Ang ganda. Okay, so I'll go through the conversation now, and let's talk about seasons of motherhood. So let's just engage. I know that many of us are moms, so please, hindi lang ako yung magkasalita dito. Share with me your love by answering here in the comment section. And also, if you would like to send this to family and friends and to fellow mothers who just might need this topic. And of course, you're most welcome to share your love through me through the digital stars that can support the mission that I do here at Coffee Break with Dr. Michelle. So let's start. Can you recall, that my first question, can you recall the woman you are when you first become a mother? Sa mga nanay dito, ang lalim agad ng tanong mo, Doc Etchel, parang pang Miss Universe. Can you recall that woman that you are when you started, when you became a mom? Nung naging nanay ka, can you recall that woman that you are? Parang hirap ba? Sino siya? Sagutin natin na, I would like you to reflect with me. I know this is a public thing, pero sino siya? Ano yung interest niya? Natatandaan mo pa ba the traits of that woman? If you were going to look at yourself, that young woman, when you became a mom, what is the traits that she has? Is she so interested in life? Is she so excited to be a mother? Um, What are her traits? Is she very strong? Is she prayerful? So I would like you to reflect about these things. Sino siya? So if you're open and willing, please do put that in the comment section. My first question, who is she as a mother? What are her traits? Another thing, what are her interests? What are the things that she's interested about? I recall when I first became a mother to Migo, my son. He's already 14, turning 15 this year. I was into craft. I love craft. So ang craft ko noon, I make beads and I also sell them to friends. I really don't sell publicly. I always sell to friends. So yun yung interest ko. And then I know I would spend long nights for years of waiting for my son. I would spend long nights to be able to just, do craft for myself. Para it's my time to, but I'm so interested in that has to take a back seat when I became a mom. Okay? Another thing, ideals. Ano yung mga ideals natin? Friends, alam ko ito yung marami. Yung mga ideals na parang ako pag naging nanay ako, dapat ito. Yan. Can you complete that sentence? If when we were young, when we were in that stage that we are a young mother, what do you think is the ideals that we try to live in, yung parang nasa isip natin na, so what will be, who will be me when I become a mother? So, sino ba yung nanay na yan? So, I would like you to think about her and what are her ideals. Like, one of the ideals that I had when I was mother, parang I would still keep my work and I would make sure that I have enough time for my kids the same way that I have enough time for work. Medyo ang ganda, 'di ba? I think that's the ideal of both mothers only to find out na hindi pala balanse 'yun, 'di ba? That's an ideal kasi parang at that age, I think I was 28, we would like to everything to be perfect. So here, ideal that I'll always look good and composed. Ang ganda naman yung ideal mo, Ma'am Marisa. Catherine, very young but very strong and eager to face the world with God's guidance. I was 23-year-old. Mia, ako pag naging nanay ako, I would understand my kids more. Magiging BFF kami. I think marami naman sa atin ang nakaka-relate dyan, di ba? So here, ideal natin. Okay, I like that you are exploring who that woman is. The next thing that I would like to ask you, what is her emotions when common emotion? Let's be honest. Ano yung emosyon natin nung naging nanay tayo? Ano yung common? Ano yung madalas? Ano yung parang, wow, these are new emotions that I never realized before when I was single and when I just get married. So here, maybe our emotions of parang overwhelmed. We felt overwhelmed by the responsibility of this young person. Um, Another possible feeling that we had is that we become so protective. Yung sabi nila parang the maternal instinct kicked in already and you would like to just, meron pa nga sinasabi na ayaw padapuan sa langaw or sa lamok ang anak, right? So I would like for you to look into that. I would like for you to check that. And next thing, how is she in her relationships? That woman when you first started to become a mother, how is she with her relationship with life, with herself, and with her spouse? If you have a spouse or a partner, then kumusta yung relation nyo? Um, so here, it's good that Windang naging idealistic at naging perfectionist, my friend. I'm hugging you now. I would like you to look into that because what we need to realize is that parang wow, we need to reconcile. Is she the same woman? Is she the same person that she is now after years of motherhood? Sagutin niyo yan. That woman that we just reflected, her traits, her interests, her dreams, ideals, emotions, and relationships, is she the same woman that she is now at this present moment? Siya rin ba yun? Pareho rin ba? Posible kasing siya pa rin. pero nag-iba. Hindi ako naniniwala na parang, I hope that love should not change. Hindi ako naniniwala dun. Kasi nagbabago naman talaga eh. And dapat nagbabago tayo. Definitely no. Tinan nyo, ah, natawa ako dito. Katawan pa lang, no na. Yes, and that's one thing that we need to explore kung gaano natin kamahal siya. Okay, another thing. So, I would like you to look into, that's why my talk, parang, okay, I like to talk about this. What, no-brainer. Uh, oh, I like this Mia. She is the same woman, but better by the grace of God. Yes, because, I agree with you, Mia, my love, that motherhood actually brings out the best in us. Kahit na sabihin natin, pero ang dami naman nangyaring hindi maganda. I don't know if you have shared with you 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago when I talk about grief. I think that was last week. It was, yes, I think it was last week lang. It's the death anniversary of my son. My son, I gave birth to him, and then he died by a fetal death. For me, that experience alone of motherhood, but not having the child with me after I leave the hospital because he already passed away. That for me is life changing. I was never the same person. And then having Migo, and then I had another miscarriage, and then having Maia, my youngest. So there's Miguel, there's Migo, and then there's another one. We call him Gabriel, and then the last one is Michaela. They're all different. They're all different in effect, but I'm still the same person, but the inner me is so much different. Hindi talaga. So yes, way better because we need to improve amidst challenges. But I would like you to look into. Do you know that there is such a word called? I was reading through a lot. There's a word called matrescence. Matrescence, what's that? Matre sense. It's actually, I'm just making sure that I have the right spelling. See, M-A-T, matre, and then sense. Okay, it's just like adolescence. There's a word called matrescence. And who invented this word? The one who invented this word is the person who invented also the word doula. Doula is the one who's the birth coach, okay? And it's actually the developmental transition to motherhood. I was just so happy to read about this because madalas alam nyo, hindi natin nakikita na meron ding change. Adolescence, yung pagiging teenager, adolescence is actually a transition state. It's the transition from childhood 0 to 12, and then the adolescence is actually short. It's just what 13 to 13 to 9, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19 to 20. So about 8 years. So matrescence is actually that transition, and I think it's even shorter. It can be just a span of 9 months to be a mother. And can you realize? Do you realize that sometimes motherhood is actually abrupted? Yung bigla na lang tayo naging nanay, especially if we got married early, and then nag-asawa tayo agad, and then gusto na natin magka-baby, so nabibigla. So it's really a developmental trait. It has been found out by psychiatrists, and then they coined this term. But what is beautiful about is that we need to recognize that there's so much changes in motherhood. Do you agree with that? So either you're a young mom or an older mom or a midlife mom like me, we have so many changes. So one thing that I would like us to reflect for this afternoon, motherhood changes and challenges us. Agree? Agree ba kayo dyan? Parang wala nang iba pa na mas challenge um, kundi sa atin, kundi wala nang mas iba pang challenging kung hindi ang buhay ng mga nanay. I'm not discounting other people who are not mothers, but double that up, it becomes a mother. Ilan pa yung anak natin, 'di ba? Hindi lang naman isa. Kung meron ka isa, oh, that's good enough. But it just doubles. But I would like you to realize that there's so many, so in each child that we bore. So for me, I started 2004. My journey to motherhood for me, it starts when I become pregnant. So, nagsimula ako magbuntis 2003, natapos yan 2009. 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7 years. Kaya when people ask me actually, wala ka ng balak sundan pa yung mga anak mo. What I joke them about is that unang-una sarado na yung tindahan kasi nakaapat na akong pregnancy at yung yung claim ko sa SSS hanggang apat lang because I lost two, my first and my third, so I have two already. And then the second thing is that those 7 years that I was pregnant, it's I just really would like, I'm just so intentional that I really would like to have kids. But if I would go back to it, gusto ko bang balikan yung hirap? Hindi. I'll be honest with you, hindi. Because I would have, would have yung severe vomiting mula umaga hanggang gabi. I almost would leave in the bathroom for not just on the morning, but for 5 months, nagsusuka ako. They call it hyperemesis gravidarium. In short, nagsusuka ng severe. Hindi ito yung paglilihi lang. This is severe. And then I also would have a lot of contractions. And I would also have, once in a while, magugulat na lang ako, uy, may spotting, uy, may infection. Parang wala naman nakitang mali, pero grabe talaga yung journey ko sa pregnancy. So, apat yon. Pare-pareho sila ng level. Sa apat nila, pare-pareho yun ang level. Parang that really tested my patience. But it really changed and challenged me because parang, wow, I didn't realize that kaya parang nakakainggit yung iba. Bakit ang bilis nilang mabuntis? Tapos, I remember this co-teacher of mine, sabi niya, kung siguro kasing hirap ng pagbubuntis mo, yung pagbubuntis ko, siguro hindi umabot sa 5 yung anak ko. Tawang-tawa talaga ako because really motherhood changes and challenges us. And imagine if you are like me who have varied and a variety of challenges habang buntis, habang pagkapanganak, parang kinatok mo na lahat ng pwede mong katukin para manalangin at lahat ng possible options just to be alive and just to sustain your pregnancy and to have healthy kids. You would do that. And another one, no one comes fully prepared for motherhood. Meron ba kayong kilala na parang, wow, plansyado na pagdating ng motherhood? Parang alam na niya ang gagawin. Pag alam niya magpa-birth ng bata, pag umiyak, alam niya, parang okay, may magic. May kilala ba kayong gano'n na parang, bakit parang ang dali-dali sa kanya? Parang, hindi ba siya nahihirapan na maging mother? Pero tingnan mo siya, wala rin, pareho lang naman kami eh. Parang wala rin naman siyang helper or may isa lang siyang helper. Pero parang nakaayos niya yung sarili niya. Ako hindi. But actually, we don't know because no one really comes prepared. Agree? No one comes prepared. I would like to ask you, are you emotionally prepared when you become pregnant? See, Shelly, you were 16 when you gave birth. My God, you're very young, right? So that stage in your life, that's different pa nga eh. You are an adolescent being a mother, and I honor you for that. So here, no one comes fully prepared. But the thing is that we make it as we go along. Can you say that with me? We make it as we go along. We mothers, we make it as we go along. Can you say that with me? And why did it say that? Because other people would expect you to know. That's the hard thing. And that's sometimes painful. Di ba dapat alam mo? Pero, I have proven mother instinct may be real, but it's not applicable for all. Not all mothers would have that instinct. Maybe because of various factors in a person, but not all has. So we make it as we go along. Di ba sinasabi nila na parang whatever happened to you as a mother, maybe some formatting also of your mom. Maybe that's true, but maybe not all practices of in my age was the same practice kahit tinuro sa akin ng nanay ko. Hindi ko naman kinopy-paste lahat eh. Because no one comes fully prepared. So we get from various resources. Me, I would like to say that I come prepared here and emotionally, yes, somehow. Because when I had Migo, I'm a full-time guidance counselor already. I'm dealing with young kids and at the same time, I'm taking my master's. So feeling ko, yung binabasa ng iba, yung mga sobrang konti pa lang ng online resources noon. So my favorite center is babycenter.com. Sila pa lang yung talagang varied, solid resource on raising kids. But for me, I read actually my developmental psychology book. I read researches. I read what I teach. So sabi ko, okay, I think I know what to expect from my kids at this age, at this age, at this age. Somehow it helped. Somehow it helps. But no one. Another thing that I would like you to reflect is that no one size fits all in motherhood. Can you say that with me? There's no one size fits all in motherhood. Why did I say that? Ah, I would like you to realize that. Can you all say that no one size fits all? Hindi yung applicable kay Marisa ay applicable kay Mia. Hindi yung applicable kay Mia ay applicable kay Maris. Hindi yung applicable kay Maris ay applicable kay She at kay Titus at kay Mai. Hindi yan pare-pareho. Have you been compared as a mother? I would like to ask you, have you been compared as a mother? If, okay, another question. Have you compared yourself as a mother? Friends, umamin kayo. Have you compared yourself as a mother or have you been compared as a mother? Because I think yan yung ayokong ginagawa as a person. And ayoko rin na ikukumpara ako. Bakit siya ganon? Bakit ako ganito? Okay, social referencing. Lost count na. But I would like you to know that our motherhood is actually a unique story. Because we have a different husband. We have a different family context. We have a different child and different children with different personalities. So there's no one size fits all in parenting. Ito nga yun, friends eh. Kung yun yan dalawang anak ko, magkaiba na yung personality. Yung approach dun sa isa, hindi automatic na applicable dun sa isa. So the more that we compare, bakit sa kanya nag-work, the more it becomes frustrating. So that's why I really agree. We cannot box motherhood. So dapat pala ang title na ginawa ko, Unboxing Motherhood. Next week yan ang gagawin ko. Unboxing motherhood. And what I mean by unboxing motherhood? Because culture and tradition actually ask us to just stay in the box here. In a box, nakakahon lang tayo. Pero, dati parang ang isang box na pinaglalagyan sa atin is that we're just home. We're just home. Parang yung babae, automatic, di ba? Anong trabaho mo? Housewife lang po. Excuse me, you are a homemaker. Ayan. I like saying that. You are just not a housewife. You are a homemaker. Because you're not in the house. You're in the home. That's why you're a homemaker. You create your home. So, many times we have been conditioned by culture na dun lang natin tingnan na ang sabi pa, no one size fits all. You cannot have it all. Hindi pwedeng nagtatrabaho ka tapos may anak ka. Mahirap yun kasi kailangan mo mag-prioritize. And I believe many of the moms listening to me and you guys can relate that ang hirap naman talaga. But if you would like to think about it, ako I honor the homemaker ha. But not all are cut to be homemaker because others are cut for a different purpose, for a different reason. But would like to encourage you here at Coffee Break. Uh, let us not be specific. Ay basta ako homemaker ko or ako work from home mom. We're not less than the other. Even me friends, pare-pareho lang tayong we are all daughters of the Lord. We are all going through our own journey. So what I mean here is that we have to appreciate where we are. Can you say that with me? Appreciate where I am in this season. You have to appreciate where you are in this season. There's a season of my life that I was working full time, and that was my season with Migo. There's a season in my life that I have to give up regular work for about when I had Maia at 1 year. So I gave up full time work at 2010. So I started picking up work again about 2012. And what work is that? I I varied work. I wrote for Smart Parenting. I wrote for a magazine before called Moms Today. I was slowly doing talks, and I been slowly doing other work, and it was wonderful. But yes, 80%, 70 to 80% of my time, I'm in the house. I'm a homemaker. But the 30%, I have in on the side. I have to keep something for myself until I started taking my PhD in 2012, and then I started teaching in the college as a part-time instructor, now a professor, 2013. So here, hindi siya pare-pareho. So that's that we cannot compare. And what I mean is that I cannot say na mas okay to. Friends, kaya tayo minsan nasa-stress kasi kinukumpara natin na buti ka pa marami kang oras sa anak mo. Pero I think other moms will tell us na buti ka pa may oras ka sa sarili mo, nakakakawala ka sa anak mo. And I think maraming mga mommies dito makaka-relate, taas ng kamay. Ngayon, yung may mga toddlers, yung may maliliit na anak, parang ang concern nila parang, okay, nagtatrabaho ka ngayon tapos may toddler sa paa mo o may kailangan ng tulong mo. So parang ngayon, many mothers are burdened with that. The balance between home and life becomes so thin. Halos wala na nga eh. So, paano natin yan i-juggle? But I would like you to, I'm not gonna answer that today. It may be for another season or another topic, but I would like you to realize that that's why I would like you to look into the seasons of motherhood because kanya-kanya lang yan. Kaya nga is kasabihan ng matatanda na mabilis la the nights are long but the days are short. I love Facebook memories because it gives me a glimpse of my kids. Last year they look so different. Last year they look so tiny. Ngayon growth spurt nila. And then every day I was looking at them, and the other day nagpantay kami nung anak kong eldest, mas matangkad na talaga siya sa akin. At kasing tangkad na niya yung dad niya. Chinelas na lang ang pagitan. And then yesterday, as time with my daughter, my Monday afternoon, I tried to spend time with her. Ang na kaming dalawa lang, ang ginawa namin, I colored her hair. And I love it. I love it that I colored her hair and she allowed me to color her hair. And because she likes it also. But here, I would like you to see why is it important for us to fully see and understand the stages of motherhood. One, there is such thing as a stage, and I'll use there's a such thing as a family life stage. Iba-ibang stage ng buhay nating pamilya. At bawat stage na yan may challenges. Bawat stage na yan may changes. At bawat stage na yan meron yan charm. Yan yung mga i-tackle ko sa inyo for this week. At bawat stage na yan we have coping strategies. Meron nakasurvive tayo. Kaya I said there's no one size fits all. Because in reality, yung tactics nga natin, yung strategy natin pre-pandemic hindi na applicable now. And even if our kids are on the same stage or what worked for us when they were younger may not be working anymore. Hindi na pa rin nagwo-work. So I need you to realize that. So here, I would also adapt. There's such thing as the family life stage, and that will be where I will anchor the conversation when I explain to you the seasons of motherhood. And then I would like to ask you this. Friends, diretsahan tayo. As a person, huwag ninyong kalimutan at every stage you are evolving also as a person, as a mother. I hope that you've captured that at sa mga hindi pa mothers deep at magiging mothers lang dito like si Hi Faye, uh, hi to Migo and Maia, thank you. Um, I would like you to realize that in that person is an evolving person. So, for example, when we were younger, baka we don't know any better, mas masungit tayo sa kids natin. But when we're older, we're more calmer and we know how to deal with it better because we are maturing in the process. And the thing here is that maturing in the process, 'di ba? We make it as we go along. Kaya kung dati sobrang taas ng standards natin with everything. So kailangan areglado lahat, kailangan to. But there was a time in motherhood that, sorry, I have to share this with you. I have to put everything down. We have to put everything down because maybe our health, maybe our well-being, maybe our mental health is actually at risk when we have so much ideals, we have so much standards, when we're giving so much of our energy to everyone, but we're not actually restoring who we are as a person. We're not growing, 'di ba? So motherhood should bring out the best in us. But if the demands of motherhood is already getting too much to us, that it's already impeding the mother in us, parang I am so stuck here. What's happening? I think we have to revisit everything that we have on our plate at that certain stage. And this is very critical. In the family life stage, there is such thing as transitions. Paano ka tumawid? So I would like you to look into this. Transition is very critical. Akala lang natin yung pagbubuntis wala lang. No, we're not, kaya nga may term. May term pala siya. Ang tawag sa kanya is matrescence. It's the transition to motherhood where a lot of psychological and physiological changes happens in the person. O, di ba? It's really a scientific term. There's the new baby, the new life. At kanina may nagsabi dito, it's a new body. It's a totally different body. That's why, you know, when people body shame, when people start saying na parang, yung katawan mo naman, blah, blah, yung katawan mo naman, like this. Um, Before, when I gave birth to Miguel, I gave birth to Miguel, my first baby, at 6 months. So, namatay siya. Parang, malaki talaga ako magbuntis. And then, somebody, a family member, binati ako. Tapos ang tanong niya sa akin, bakit ang laki ko pa daw? Sumalangit na yung taong yun. Pero ang sabi ko, inanganak ako eh. Ang sagot niya sa akin, oy, wala na naman eh. But friends, that's so painful. I don't want to attend family gatherings then. Because that stage, it's actually, imagine I'm transitioning already to being a full-time mom and it abrupted. My body and my hormones are ready and my psychology is ready, but there's no baby. And how could that be? That's so mean, right? And that's why we need to recognize that transition is very critical. Kaya, if you are single, um, ideally, kung naiinip ka na wala ka pang anak, it's okay I mean, you got married and then you don't have kids yet. Don't rush it because in all honesty, the healthiest way to transition to being a mother is actually to give a gap between your wedding and your and having a baby because it will help you transition to move through it. Ready? So ako parang ready na yata kami kasi it took us for 5 years to have a child kasi my first baby died. After 1 year ako kami nag-baby at saka after 1 year, first anniversary, pinla na namin mag-baby tayo. But this is the one who died. And then after that, it took Migo another 3 years. No, Migo, yeah. So all in all, we waited for a child for 5 years, and then it actually matured us. It actually matured. That's transition. That's the transition that I'm talking about. But we don't have the same story. So, friends, whatever season you are, either you're the one waiting to be pregnant, either you are the pregnant and who just gave birth, either you are the new mom. Oh, yeah, you are the first stage, you are the new mom. The second stage, the mom of young kids. So, sabihin niyo sa akin, nasa stage kayo. One, the new mom, the one with an infant or the pregnant mom. And then the second, the mom with young kids. So, ito yung may toddlers and preschoolers. May mga kilala akong nandito, like si Mai, ayan. And then, meron naman mom with growing kids. So, ito na yung mga nasa grade school at going to high school yung mga anak. So, my friend here, si Mia, ganyan yung stage niya. Ako, ito yung stage ko with growing kids. Kasi parang lumalaki na sila na parang nag-iiba na. Yan yung term, nag-iiba na. And then another one, mom with grown-up kids. So ito, mom with grown-up kids. Ano to? Yung mga anak nila either college or starting to work already. We have a lot of friends like that. Yung parang, oh, meron na silang sariling buhay, ang tawag nila sa mga anak nila. And then the last part, mom or grandma with who are already empty nesters, meaning sila na lang yung nagpapamper sa mga apo nila, or they are the moms na nasa kanila pa rin yung anak nila, but their moms are already very independent and very the working or all working already. Wala na silang iniisip na pang tuition. Okay. So I would like you to put there, what stage are you in? Are you in the number one, the new mom with a pregnant or with an infant? The second, the mom with young kids, the toddler or preschoolers. The third, mom with growing kids. And the fourth, mom with grown up kids. And the fifth, you are already the empty nester mom. Okay. And I would like us to, I hope we still have time. Maybe I can tackle two stages for this afternoon, or the first stage in the afternoon. And then on Thursday, I will be having a guest, a mom guest, and then we will tackle the two, three, four, and five. So I would like us to focus today. For those of you, kaya ko kayo pina-recall, sino yung I would like you to recall the first question that I asked. Can you recall that woman that you are when you started to become a mother? Because, can you recall all her emotions? Nung una kayong nagbuntis or una kayong naging nanay, ano yung emosyon nyo? Babalikan ko yung mga comments dito. And if you can add to it, please do. Please do. Yan. Well, meron ba? Meron bang nagsabi? So now, friends, if you can answer me, how do you feel when you became a mother? And there's a physiological change, and then there's the psychological change. So we'll look into the changes, the challenges, the charm, and the coping. So those areas in every stage, we'll look into that. So the changes, the challenges, the charm, and the coping. Okay, what are the changes when we started become a new mother? Unang-una, 'di ba body, yung katawan parang, wow, hindi mo akalain mag-e-expand ng gano'n kalaki yung tiyan. Parang ako, my God, parang if you just only saw me when I was pregnant, I know my friends from Miriam would laugh because they were saying that mas maganda daw ako ngayon. Parang, yes, kasi parang all those 7 years that I was just a lot of physiological changes is happening to me because of the hormones of pregnancy for pregnancies in 7 years, and then two successful and two are not. I would like you to know na parang, sorry, ang tawag nila, ang pangit ko. Yes, kasi parang expanded yung ilong, lahat. So, those changes, and honestly, yung change ng body, sometimes it affects our psychological change. Di ba? Yung parang, ganito na lang ba yung itsura ko? Bakit ako nagkaganito? Parang hindi mo nakilala yung sarili mo. You have to check where you are, friends. You have to check, hey, how am I as a person amidst these changes? So if you are a new mom that you just gave birth, maybe wala pang 1 year old yung anak mo or you're pregnant, I would like you to check there what are the changes and how are you aware of these changes and how are you embracing these changes? Because comes with changes, there's challenges. And when we have a baby, there's a challenge. Ano yung pinakamalaking yung naririnig sa challenge ng new baby? Puyat. Puyat, gatas, sinong mag-aalaga? That's one of the challenges that I had before. Kasi my mom first said that she doesn't know if she can really fully take care of my son. Pero eventually, parang my son is too cute for Lola and Lola to resist. My dad is still alive then. So the charm there, despite the challenges, diba? Despite the sleepless nights, when you look at your child, parang, oh my, I still want to cuddle this baby. It's like life from outside me. And that's the charm. When I say charm, ano yung parang one thing that you will really appreciate at that stage? Friends here, the moms here, what do you really appreciate when you were at that stage as a new mom? Di ba parang there's that feeling of I'm trying to relish the feeling of hopefulness na parang what will his life be? And also there's joy na the feeling of being satisfied and feeling somebody mentioned, is that you quotes, I was a milking cow? Yes, totoo yan. I was a milking cow because feeling ko yung asawa ko lagi na lang nakikipaglaro sa anak ko pero pagdating sa akin gusto lagi sa akin mag-breastfeed. I don't know sa mga breastfeeding moms kung nare-realize nyo rin yun. So the charm of that stage is actually breastfeeding is a charm in itself. The another charm of that stage is that yung ang sarap lang i-cuddle at titigan yung baby and then it's actually fast kasi yan yung drastic yung change. And I would like you to realize that. But how did we cope? I would like us to reflect. This is the more important part. How did we cope? We have to accept changes. My mindset that I'll share with you, I don't know how you cope, but the mindset that I was thinking then, I accept changes as it comes. Maraming mangyayari, maraming magbabago. Pag nag-overthink ako, wala akong kahihinatnan. Mas stress lang ako. I was thinking then. So I accept changes as it comes. Yes, I'll prepare. Yes, I'll plan. Yes, I'll do what I can. But at the end of the day, we can only accept changes as it comes. As new moms in that stage of motherhood, we need to realize that. I would like you to reflect about that. How are you then? So dyan ko kayo bibitawan. I would like you to reflect. Kumusta yung person, that new mom in you then, and that mom, mature mom in you now? That's something to reflect about, friends. Because motherhood has seasons. And as I said earlier, we go through the season with changes, with challenges, with its charm, and of course, we learn how to cope better. Better and better, I hope. So, on Thursday, I will talk to you about the beauty of each season and to continue with the four other stages. And I'll ask another mom to join me for this discussion. So I hope that has been helpful. Kung meron kayong maisusulat dyan, I would like you to share with me, friends, what is it that helped you cope as a young mom then? Anong nakatulong sa'yo? Because I would like you to put it there because that's your gift to other fellow moms who might need to learn. Sabi natin, one size fits all. No one size fits all. But we can always learn from each other and we can experiment na, oh, pag hindi nag-work to sa akin, baka ito mag-work, di ba? We can do that. And that's our circle of support, the circle of love that we show each other here at Coffee Break. So that's about our topic, seasons of motherhood. And I'll continue this discussion on Thursday. So this is Mother's Day week. I hope that you can join me again on Thursday and the succeeding days. And I hope that you can first share this to family and friends, especially to mothers. It's my way of saying Happy Mother's Day to every mom and psychological or spiritual mom. The second is that I would like for you also to share with me your insights, how you cope as a mom if you're a mom. And third, share your love also by sending stars here at Coffee Break to support the mission that we do here so that we can continue what we do by through the stars that you send. That's it. And I hope that you learned. I hope that you are better. And then I hope that you can embrace further the beauty of your stage, your season as a mother. Praying for you, every mom. So see you again on Thursday for another discussion. This is Dr. Michele Alignay for Coffee Break.